The doctor is in at Health First Community Health Center. Dr. Jamie Perry is ready to care for the community, providing primary care services at 1100 South Jefferson Street here in Princeton. Dr. Perry is accepting new patients and walk-ins are always welcome. At Health First Community Health Center, we are not just another doctor's office, we are your medical home. Call us toll-free at 1-877-667-7017.
All right, and at 8:06, welcome to Tiger Talk this morning. It is Wednesday, and that means it is our extension program. I have the pleasure of welcoming into the WPKY studios Rhonda Jewell. She's our 4-H agent here in Caldwell County. Good morning.
Good morning.
And we were talking, it had been a while since you've been here.
It has. Been really busy, and
yeah,
I think we were both tied up the end of July, end of June.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I guess I've skipped a month.
That's okay. It's great to see you here. We were talking about the beautiful weather we've had, and we've been to camp and all kinds of stuff. So we'll get into it and give us an update of all the great stuff going on with you and 4-H.
Well, we did have camp the first week in June the 5th through the 8th. We had 82 of us all. Campers, teens, adults, and myself. We had a great week. Beautiful weather. Couldn't have asked for better weather. And great kids, awesome leaders, and we just had a great time. And as a matter of fact, we're getting ready to. We have our first camp planning meeting coming up next week.
Something?
So yeah.
That's kind of like your life. You get through with an event, and you start planning for the next one.
Exactly.
So,
and sometimes you're in the middle of two, and then you get finished with one, and you back into three, and you just kind of back and forth a lot. So, you just jump from one thing into another. And then the week after camp, we had teen conference, which was in Lexington, June the 11th through the 14th. I got to spend my birthday in Lexington.
All right.
I do most years, but anyway, it's okay. Teen conference was a little bit different this year. It was laid out a little different. Used to the kids could just pick the tracks that they wanted, and it could range from learning how to crochet or maybe going to KET and taking a tour and different things. But this year they changed the layout, and kids, it's more of an introduction into college, and it was so much better.
Do they have this at UK?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. And they stay in the dorms. We eat in the 90s, which is one of the dining areas for the for campus. They get to see a lot of things and do a lot of things. We had the new student center was awesome. They had refurbished it, and it was absolutely amazing. And we had several of our events in the student center, and anyway, just get a chance to explore campus. Probably a little bit more than we
get a
would
little taste of college life, don't they?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's neat.
They did have to choose a major, and in this major, they had several different classes that they could take, and the classes were taught by college professors. They were taught by people that specialists or people that in those areas, and so kids had a chance to really kind of explore what a degree in agriculture could be, or a degree in family and consumer science, or a degree in science, engineering, technology. Yeah. So they had, there were 6 different areas. I was actually in the natural resources, and so we got to go to the solid waste place, and the recycling center, and it was all stuff that I really, really enjoyed. And the kids, I was just really really impressed with it. And then they also had a minor, which was a little bit more fun stuff. And then everyone participated in a community service, and this is one of the things that I loved about it. There were 700 kids or 700 people across at teen conference, and we all participated in some type of a community service throughout Lexington and Georgetown and those areas. So it was pretty awesome.
So what did you all end up doing?
We ended up, my group went to the horticulture farm, and we planted flowers that it's kind of like a you come and pick thing, and so they helped plant flowers.
Neat.
Some people went to the children's hospital, and some people have much more.
They just had stuff organized and spread out all over.
All over.
Neat.
It was pretty amazing. So, but anyway, that's was June the 11th through the 14th. I just did have one attend this year, and that was Madison Crider.
Okay.
Hopefully, we'll have more next year. That was my lowest number that I've ever had, but just so many conflicts.
Yeah, there's lots of
so
stuff
many
going
other
on.
things going
There's
on.
no doubt about it.
And the week after camp, too, a lot of my kids work, and they missing 2 weeks at a time is tough. So.
Yes.
Then the next week after that, we had our state livestock judging contest. Kids have been working since March. They've been working really hard, trying to learn the skills and learn what to look for and different things. We had and it was on the 19th of June at Muhlenberg County.
Okay.
Our kids did excellent. They did awesome. And again, all thanks to our leaders, Kevin Laurent and Candy Adams. I'm just going to run through really quickly. Our Clover team, which are the kids that are from 9 to 12, they placed 4th in beef, 2nd in goats, 1st in sheep and swine, and they were also 1st in non-traditionals, which is kind of like reasons.
Okay.
And ultimately, and they were also the high overall Clover team. And I don't know how many years in a row we have had the high overall Clover team. So
fantastic.
I'm very, very proud of them. Because of that, they won the Beeler Award, which is an award that is Warren Beeler's family supports.
Yes.
He actually had a daughter that was killed several years ago, and she was very supportive of the 4-H livestock program. And so, anyway, just the fact that the award is a Beeler Award makes it even that much more special.
Sure.
So, because we think a lot of Warren.
Yes.
He does a lot for 4-H livestock
4-H,
judging.
yes.
4-H in general.
Yes.
And then we had some top 3s in our Clover division, or some top 10, and I would like to mention them.
Sure.
Evan Cotton, he placed 3rd in swine, 4th in non-traditional, 6th in sheep, 10th in goats, 6th high individual overall. So, and this was his 2nd year to judge, and that was awesome. Adam Beavers placed 1st in sheep, and that was awesome. This is Adam's first year.
Wow.
So he was 1st in sheep, 5th in goats, 7th in non-traditional, and 7th individual overall. And that's saying something, again, for
a
first year,
yeah.
yes, to place in the top 10.
A lot of competition up there.
There was a lot of competition. There's over 153 kids that participated in the contest, and the Clover division is the largest division. Daniel Laurent also placed 2nd in swine and non-traditional, 3rd in beef, 4th in goats, and he was 3rd individual overall. So we're really proud of those.
Yes.
Proud of all of our kids, but those that placed in the top 10 too. We also had our intermediate team, which are the 13 to 14-year-olds. They're more the middle school age. They placed 2nd in swine, 3rd in reasons, 4th in goats and sheep, and they were 3rd overall.
Wow.
Some we also did have a few in the top 10 in the intermediate division. Isaac Lane, he was 8th in swine. Lily People, placed 3rd in sheep, 9th in reasons, and she was 9th intermediate overall. Presley McKinney placed 3rd in goats, 5th in beef, 8th in reasons, 8th, and she was 8th individual overall. Lakin White also 3rd in swine, 5th in reasons, 8th in goats, and 6th individual overall. And when Lakin was a Clover, she was the number 1 individual overall. So,
well, but you all really did fantastic
it
up
gets
there.
better.
Oh, really?
Yes. The senior team, this was the first year that we've had a senior team. You have to have 3 to have a team.
And what ages are the senior team?
The seniors are 15 to 19.
Okay.
And they're, they can be graduated. They just have not had graduated out of 4-H yet.
Okay.
But the senior team, we were tickled to death to have a senior team, and they did really well for the first year to have one. They placed 3rd in sheep, 4th in beef, and swine, as well as reasons, and 9th in goats, and they were 5th senior team overall. Wow. And we had one individual, her first year to be a senior, Katie Trimble, and she's been in livestock judging since she's been old enough, in the 4th grade. She was 3rd in swine, 7th in beef, 5th individual overall, which made her eligible to try for the top 12, and to be I think in the top 12. I'll take the top 12, and those top 12 have a chance to try for the gold or the silver team. And a couple of years ago, you may remember Hunter Adams, and
yes.
he was eligible for this, and this doesn't happen very often to be eligible. And she did the top 12 week and had an excellent, an awesome experience. She got to meet a lot of different people and learn a lot of different things. And Steve Austin, I'm so sorry, the specialist that's in charge of the
yes.
4-H gold and senior team, he was very, very impressed, but said, and she didn't want to try for either of those teams. Right. She just wanted the experience because she's going to be a freshman, and too many changes and stuff. But anyway, we see bright things for Katie as well as a lot of our others.
Yeah, there's no doubt that, and it takes, I know Candy and Kevin,
mm-hmm.
Work tirelessly with these kids and do a fantastic job with them, and what great coaches and instructors that they have for this livestock judging team. So kudos to everyone involved. It's just a great job.
well, thank you.
I mean, a lot to be proud of there.
Oh yeah. A
lot to be proud of there.
Yep. But anyway,
congratulations.
And on to others. We had aerospace camp just a few days after that, June the 23rd, and this was held at Madisonville at the airport. It actually got rained out on the Friday, so we had to have it on the 23rd, and we had a beautiful day. We had 3 from Caldwell that attended: Christian Staten, Emma Costco, and Caitlin Burton, and all had a chance to fly. It was, again, it's all a pretty awesome experience, just having the chance to to get up in a plane. And I know Christian, he had never flown before, and a lot of the kids that take it have never flown before. And it's just a really neat experience, and they learn a lot of hands-on science. And
when you say fly, even if someone has flown before, that's still different. It's still different because you are right there in the cockpit and you're looking at the instruments. You are, it's not like you're on a jetliner and you go into coach and sit in a seat and look out over the wing or out in the window. I mean, you're there,
and it is so clear and so crisp, and you can just it's a definitely a different
neat.
feeling.
It's a pretty neat
Very
experience.
Impressive.
Yes,
it is, and we just, again, there's a lot of pilots that donate their planes, they donate their time,
fuel.
They spent a Saturday. Anyway, it's pretty.
That's a neat camp.
It is.
So everybody
really
came
is.
away from that just probably going, man, this is pretty cool stuff.
Yep.
And of course, there's no doubt that it makes impacts on these kids because we've had 4-H kids, Gage Hendon, that he attended that and he was like, man, this is what I want to do.
Yes, and there's been several others, but I know there's a little boy. A boy from Ballard County. I'm not sure. I think he went to the Air Force Academy.
Okay.
So he took that route. But anyway, it does have a lot of impact. And they do get to start. They get their little booklet, their little hours.
Right, to start
they
logging
get to
their
start
flight
logging
hours.
their flight hours.
Yeah,
so
that's great.
Anyway, it's pretty cool. Getting ready for country ham speeches. We just had an orientation yesterday and I'm still doing a few. Helping to get the kids pumped and ready to get their speeches ready.
That'll be up toward the end of August,
It's going to be here the middle of August. It's about 3 weeks.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
And we don't have very long at all. As a matter of fact, today's our exhibit day, which is our kind of like our fair day since we don't have a county fair.
Right.
It's the day for kids to enter their
and that's out at the
pictures. It's at the extension office. Any projects that they may have, just bring them out. We do have a lot of photography, and we have sewing and some foods and a lot of different things. So anybody has anything, make sure that they get them out there by 4 o'clock today. And Friday, they'll be judged tomorrow. And then Friday, the exhibits will be open for anybody to come and see what they got.
And these will be these will potentially go to the state fair.
The category champions are eligible to go to the state fair, yes. So, and that's going to be coming up August the 16th. That's the first day of the state fair, and it runs through August the 26th.
Okay.
So,
full 10 days.
Full 10 days. And the state fair is going to be pretty awesome this year. We're really excited about the changes. Used to be, for years and years and years, the 4-H exhibits and the FFA exhibits were in the West Wing. And a lot of people didn't get to the West Wing. The animal and the livestock has grown so much that they needed more space. And so they've moved Cloverville and FFA over to the South Wing, which is where everybody is. And it's actually turned into Agland, and it's called Agland.
Neat.
So we're going to have a lot more exposure, a lot more visibility, a lot more traffic, and we're really, really excited about the fact that people are going to really get to see what our 4-Hers do now versus, just maybe by happenstance. Or if a lot of grandparents, if you come in, you intentionally go to the West Wing, but everybody goes to the South Wing. So we're really excited about that.
Cool.
So if and there's a lot of different things going on for the state fair, a lot of free concerts.
Yeah.
You just have to have entrance into the fair, and you can.
It's a good time, and if people go, well, it's school started, but that's how it is. But there are some weekends in there. There's a weekend in there that you can go up and go to the state fair, and a lot of times, especially if your child's participating, you get an excuse for school to go up there because it's educational. I mean,
it is, and that's when we live.
Is.
We don't live. It's on 2.5 hours, so it's not that far.
No.
But it is about the time school starts, so it's inconvenient. Yes. But it is such an educational opportunity to go to the state fair, to really, not the rides. I don't even go to the rides, but just the different things that you can learn about the different counties, and just the different things that you can see and do, and all the animals. And
it takes time to take it all in. I mean,
it does.
It's a big deal.
It does. I go and I spend a lot of time in that 2-week period. I go back and forth, and because I have kids that are showing and different things. I do. But every time I go, I'm just, I see something different every time.
That's neat.
But
if you get a chance, you ought to try. Especially there are a lot of folks. I've been just a couple of times, and it's been years since I've been. But it's a neat. When you go, you're like, man, why don't I come every year?
Yes.
Yeah. If you don't go every year, so if you haven't been in a while, give it a shot.
Yeah,
I think you'll really enjoy it.
And if you need more information, just feel free to contact me, and I'll get it for you, or whatever you need. But we do have some kids that are going to be showing their livestock, and Daniel Laurent, the Peoples, Evan and Eli Cotton, Katie Trimble, and Lakin White also.
So they're showing animals.
They are showing animals.
Awesome.
Swine, goats.
Yeah.
So
good deal.
And we do, hopefully, we're going to have some that are going to show some rabbits and chickens next year, poultry.
Yes.
So
yeah, I knew we had some potential poultry folks that are coming up through the ranks. So neat.
We're excited about that. One last thing that I want to talk about is Truth and Consequences. I don't know how much the community's heard about this. There's probably been some people that have received invitations to participate in it, but this is actually a program that we're going to be doing. Ashley, as well as the Family Resource Center, Ashley White and I, are. It's a program that's basically a drug and alcohol abuse, I guess you could say, awareness program, and we're going to be doing it in the 9th grade.
Okay.
And we're going to need a lot of volunteers. Okay. We're really excited about this opportunity. It's kind of like the Reality Store, but it's more, but it's focused on, letting kids see what are the consequences. If I go to a party and I
get offered something or whatever,
and say, for instance, everybody gets arrested, and then, okay, what's going to happen to me? You're going to have to go to jail for one thing, and they're literally going to go to jail.
Cost a lot of money,
right, and they're going to go to the court-designated worker, and the different things that, just that what would happen if they got in this situation.
You're going to teach them the consequences if they make a bad choice.
Yes.
Is basically what you're going to do.
Right, and they will have a parent with them, a mock parent. So it's not going to be, they're just going to be kind of going through, not really taking it very serious. That parent's going to be taking it very serious, and that parent's going to make them, help hold them accountable for doing what they're supposed to do. So anyway, we're really excited. It's going to be on August the 31st at the high school.
Okay.
And
just 9th graders?
Just 9th graders.
Okay.
Yep, and this is something that we hope to be able to carry on year after year.
Right.
And just see how it goes with 9th grade. We may change the grade, but it's it's been done in Lyon County, Livingston County, Trigg County, several of the surrounding counties, and we've just found that it's time to do it here.
Well,
so
great.
We're excited.
That'll be good, and that will be coming up in August, after school starts.
Just a couple weeks after school starts. The 31st.
Fantastic. It's called Truth or Consequences.
Truth and Consequences.
Truth and Consequences.
Yes.
Okay. Wasn't there a show like that, an old game show a long time ago? Truth or Consequences, I think it was.
Yeah.
I think Bob Barker did that before he did Price is Right.
I think you're right.
But anyway, fabulous. I mean, you're busy as usual. Do want to remind everybody again today at 4 o'clock is the deadline on getting their entrant in to be judged tomorrow.
They'll be judged tomorrow,
and then they'll be out Friday for people to take a look at.
Yeah.
Good deal, and that's to go to the state fair. If you have any questions concerning anything Rhonda has discussed here, or like to talk to her, she's our 4-H agent here in Caldwell County, 365-2787. That's the number out at our UK Extension office, any of our fine agents out there. And we certainly appreciate you guys out there. You work hard, and you do a lot for the community. We certainly appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. Well, that's going to wrap up this edition of Tiger Talk at 8:25. We went about 30 minutes, so I told you we would, and we usually do. You have a lot of stuff going on. Each Wednesday we have our extension program. We have an agent from our UK Extension office, and I do encourage you to give them a call. We have an agent out there for agriculture and natural resources. We've got family and consumer science, 4-H, and all kinds of cooking. We got an FNEP assistant out there, so a lot of qualified folks, a lot of research-based things out there that if you have a question about, do give those folks a call. Again, 365-2787. That's going to wrap up this edition of Tiger Talk. We've had our guest today, our 4-H agent, Rhonda Jewell, in studio. Thank you so much for joining us, and have a great day, everybody. Hancock's Neighborhood Market on Commerce Street in Cadiz is the place to shop for delicious homemade goodness. Hancock's makes their own fresh chicken